Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at how we can actually turn homework in that we do here in class using either Eclipse or Xcode and turn those projects in using GitHub Classroom and Canvas. As you can see right here, I'm in my Eclipse environment. I've got a quick little stupid project right here with a controller and a runner in it, that's all. I'm going to go ahead and link this project to a GitHub repository, commit that, publish it, and put it up on the server. Then I'm going to link those projects to my GitHub Classroom account so I can pretend like I'm a student and turning that homework in, and you can see how we do that whole process. As you can see, I've got my project barely started right here, so it's a great time to commit and turn it into a repository. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my GitHub desktop application and add a new repo for that. So I can just go up here to the file and go new repo. And I want a repository name. Remember, it's the same name as the project right here. It needs to match exactly. So I do repository name is delete me. And my local path is going to be the parent directory of that project. So here in my documents folder, I've got my dev folder, my Java 2023. So I select that right here. Do not select the project name. Select the parent folder for that. In this case, it's my Java folder, and choose open. And then I can put a description on that if I want to, or README, doesn't matter. I'm going to create that repository right there, and boom. The first thing I want to do is I want to undo my initial commit because I need to create my custom get ignore file so I can tell it to not keep track of certain files. So I undo that. As you can see right here, I've got my information right here. I've got my get ignore. And in my get ignore, I want to make sure I have a bin slash a .ds_store, an asterisk.xc user state, and .class. And I can access that up here by going to repository and repository settings. And I just go to the ignored files, and that's where that information is stored right there. I just type those in right there. The order doesn't matter, but make sure I have bin slash in that spelling so I can make sure I have that with it. And I hit save. I'm going to go ahead and commit that message right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and add that to it. So created repo, created project and repository, added get ignore. And again, my sentence is just a quick little blurb about what I'm doing with that. I then want to commit that to main. And then I can publish that repository, having the same name right there. I hit publish repository. Now that that's published, I'm going to go ahead and link to the assignment that I've created inside my Canvas course to make sure it links that homework from my repository up to the GitHub Classroom repository. So let's go ahead and do that right here. So I'm going to go over to Canvas. And so over in Canvas, I've got a link to the GitHub assignment. So I've got the GitHub link right here and the GitHub instructions. So if I click on the instructions right here, the first thing is to start the project, create and publish the repo. We just did that. The next thing is to accept the GitHub Classroom assignment. So here's that link. I just click on the accept the assignment link. Boom. I accept it. It gives me a page. The next instruction is to refresh the page to get the repo page link. So I refresh the page. And it gives me the repo page link. So I click on that. And my next step is to copy the URL from the repo page to the green code button for use in steps 4 and 5. Okay, so there's that green code button. I click on that. And I copy the URL for that repository. So I copy that. And then we go back to the instructions right here. The next instruction is to open terminal and change to the directory. So I'll go ahead and open my terminal window, command space, and open up terminal. I've got my terminal window right here. And I'm going to go to the directory for my project. So I do cd space, and then my tilde to go home, slash, and then documents. I can tab that over after typing doc, and then dev, and then a tab. And then I'm in my Java folder, and it's the space, so I do a backslash space, and then 2023. And then a slash. My project name again is delete me, so I type in DE. Oh, there's my project right there. I press enter, and it tells that I've moved to that directory, so I'm in the right spot. My next step, number 4, I need to add the remote for this. I can select and copy the text from this, or I can just type it, which is what I'm going to do this time. So I'm going to do git space remote, and then space set dash URL. And then --add, space origin. And then I paste that URL that I just got, so command V to paste, and there's that .git directory that we just did. Okay, and press enter. And this is Linux land, so when I get a correct execution, it doesn't show me anything, it just says, oh, cool, next line. Wonderful. So the next link is I have to do push to the origin, which is a 4-part process where I'm going to pull, commit, branch, and push again. So I'm going to type that up. Now, if you've done this before, you can use your up arrow to get to instructions you've done. But since I'm assuming that you haven't done this before, I'm just going to write through the whole thing. So git space pull, and then paste that URL again, and then space main, and then dash allow dash unrelated dash histories space dash no dash edit. And so this is saying I know these things aren't exactly the same, and that's okay, and I don't want to commit about it yet. And so I press enter, and I'm going to get, oh no, I have a divergent branches error. So I've got a little comment right here. If you get this, you want the git config pull rebase false line, which you can just copy and paste right from here. So I'm going to copy that message and paste it right here and press enter. That's how I'm going to specify the divergent branches. I'm going to go up arrow twice to go to that same message you just typed in because it's already right, so I'm just going to rerun it, and that will then run that pull command for me. Oh, I merged the oat strategy right there, so I've got that readme that has been added to it. One file was changed and one insertion. Wonderful stuff. Then I'm going to do a git commit line. So git space commit space dash dash amend space dash m, and then quotes, and I do pulled from Mr. H. And that just says, hey, I'm doing this so I can link my project to Mr. Henrikson's project, so I've got that link right there so I know why that commit is there. And I press enter, because again, we always want to have a good history of commits on that. And now my next step is to get branch, so I do git, and then branch dash m space main, and press enter. And then git space push space dash u space origin space main, and press enter again. And you can see that it's tracking all the information up there. It's putting it up on the server. And this is what you would screenshot and turn in right here on Canvas for that assignment. Now, if you accidentally closed your terminal or your command window and you need to still turn it in, that's okay. You can still turn it in. All you have to do is go back over to that same code GitHub repository page that we just turned it in on, hit the refresh on that, and boom, now there's your commits that you've done, and you can see that, oh, here's the homework that I've got turned in, and you can see it's the code that you have at that point, and now every time you commit, it'll automatically update this repository as well, and all your code is ready to go. I hope this is a helpful way of using GitHub Classroom with your assignments in Canvas. Cheers, we'll see you next time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.